Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Freedom Homestead and welcome back to Wellness Wednesday.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
Earlier this week, I put a poll out on our community tab in YouTube asking if I were to relaunch Wellness Wednesday, would you be interested? And the overwhelming response was yes. So very excited to be back. I know that Wellness Wednesday in the past has been a great way for me to be accountable. And it also has a fantastic community. All of us can be accountable to each other, encouraging, share tips, resources, and all of the good things. And so, yeah, I'm glad to be back. For those of you who are new here, I have done Wellness Wednesdays in the past, but I do not want to recap all of that. But if you are interested in seeing how I lost weight, hijacking Weight Watchers without paying for the program, and keto, then you can check out those playlists and find out all of the information there. But I am going to recap this year because I haven't done Wellness Wednesday in about a year, and a lot has happened since the last time we did this. So the last time that I was consistent about doing Wellness Wednesdays, I was doing keto and I was working out. Sorry about the dehumidifier. I was working out with my cousin who is a personal trainer, and I was the best shape I have ever been in my entire life and felt amazing. Then I had agreed to try to eat a more whole foods diet, not excluding any food group, and practice portion control. Also around that time, it was about the first of the year, and I had gone to my family physician to have, just my yearly checkup. And my physician, my doctor, said that she did not like keto. Now, before I go farther, I will say that I have done lots and lots of research on keto. And there was a reason that I chose it, and there was a reason that I stuck with it for so long. And that was because it really worked for me. I felt incredible. I lost a lot of inflammation that, made me feel bad. And the brain fog was gone. My energy was amazing. I just felt so great. But I had decided that I was going to give whole foods a try without eliminating anything and focusing on portion control. So when she said she didn't like it, I was like, well, I don't want to be closed-minded. I would be willing to try it. So I started eating a whole foods diet. Hey guys, I look rough. I'm editing this video and I wanted to clarify, when I say a whole foods diet, keto in its truest form is whole foods. But what I mean is a whole foods diet, not excluding legumes and starches. So that's what I was talking about. With portion control, and what I found was that even yummy, delicious, good for you whole foods were very triggering for me and still caused me inflammation. So after that, I derailed. I started eating anything I wanted, and then I really didn't watch how much I was eating. And so I was already on the path to gaining weight. And then in May, most of you all know, we had a catastrophe here at our home. We had a basement wall blow out, and we were not able to live in our house for 4 months. And that was a very, very stressful time. The actual blowing out of the basement wall, we were home in our beds, and it was a very scary experience. We have a video about that if you're new here, and I can throw that down in the description box below if you're interested in checking it out. But I already knew that I was a stress eater, but man, oh man, I did not realize how bad, how bad of a stress eater I am. So we moved from being out in the country, being 30 minutes away from everything, to being smack dab downtown where we could have anything and everything delivered. And I absolutely did not hold back at all. I had deep fried sushi on the regular delivered Sometimes I'd go pick it up, sometimes I didn't. I mean, literally anything. You could have Chick-fil-A delivered. You could have Chinese, Italian, American, donuts, pizza. I mean, everything you wanted, you could have delivered. And we ate out a lot, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And again, it was because of stress. And we used the guys that, you know, it was convenient, which it is convenient. We were going from our house or where we were staying in the city to back to here to check on the animals, check on the progress of the house, make sure nothing else, you know, had happened. And then of course, you know, our home life, everything that we do is centered around our house. So some of our activities that we plan are close to our home, or, you know, 30 minutes in the other direction. So a few times a week we were driving about an hour one way to get to activities. Of course, you know, getting to work and all of those things. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. So I didn't mean to go on that long about all that, but basically what had happened, as a result, I am now about 30 pounds heavier than I was in May. I gained about 30 pounds in 6 months. And with that comes other things. Your gut health affects everything. It is literally your health hub. And if your gut is not healthy, you are not healthy. And because I have gained so much fat, I've been experiencing a lot of things that I should not be experiencing. So sorry, fellas, I'm getting ready to talk about feminine issues. So ladies, one of the side effects that I had was I had 2 cycles in 1 month, and both cycles lasted over a week. So I pretty much had a cycle for the whole month. I had my cycle for a week, it stopped, and then it started again. So I called my doctor. I'm like, what is happening? And they said, just monitor it. You know, you are 41. And it's been a very stressful year. Sorry, dehumidifier is draining. It had been, you know, a stressful several months. I have gained a bunch of weight. And so of course my body is going to act out, right? So they just told me to monitor my cycles, and it hasn't happened again. That was over a month ago. And I've had 1 regular cycle since then. So hopefully it won't happen again. Hopefully. Another thing that has started happening is when I wake up in the morning and I put my feet down on the floor, I have tingling in my feet and up my calves. I also notice that my calves feel really tight, so I know I'm retaining a lot of fluid. So another reason why getting back on keto is like imperative, because it is an anti-inflammatory way of eating. So yeah, so those are just some of the issues that I've been having because of all the weight gain. Not to mention the brain fog, the tiredness, just not functioning properly overall. To combat all of this, I have started back on keto. I started last week. It was actually, so today is Tuesday. It was a week ago yesterday. I started Monday night. I started at dinner. I was like, that's it. I can't keep going like this. And this was after I'm like, okay, I've had this tingling in my feet for the last couple of weeks. I've got to do something. No more playing. Okay, this is it. Keto way of eating. I do want to stress here that I'm not saying that anyone has to do keto. I'm saying you find what works for you. Everyone's health and circumstances is different, but you do what works for you, what you and your doctor decide. Or sometimes you just have to be your own, like in my situation, you just have to be your own advocate. And also for me, it makes sense because prior to boxed foods, this is pretty much how our ancestors ate. There were a lot of foods that they did not eat year round, and they did not eat in abundance. Certain fruits, vegetables, they ate in season, and it was mostly a protein heavy diet. Grains were limited. Also, they were not GMO, and also they did not eat them the way we eat them today. So there's just a lot that I consider when I look at a way of eating. And for me, this makes so much more sense. And I'm not saying that I eat perfect. I do not eat clean. I am not saying that I do. I don't want anyone to call me out being a hypocrite. I'm just saying before some of you start thinking, oh, well, that's not good for you, or you shouldn't eat that way. Go back to look at how we were eating before processed foods and imports and all of that were a thing, okay? We survived for thousands of years eating that way. All right, so moving on. Exercise is a must, especially for me. When you consider your quality of life down the road, having strong muscles and core and a skeletal frame, like all of that is so, so important. Plus, it's just good for you. It's good for you emotionally and mentally. Exercise is fantastic. So for me right now, I am really focusing on stretching. So I am going back. I started yoga this morning. I feel incredible. I don't feel as stiff as I usually do, even in the middle of the day. It's my lunch break. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm eating keto, which I can already tell. I'm already showing signs of going into ketosis, which is frequent urination, by the way. So I am drinking my electrolytes. Don't worry. And no, I do not, I don't have any of the little pee sticks, and I don't have a meter where I prick my finger or any of that. I just go by how I feel. Am I weighing myself? Yes. Am I reliant on the scale? No, because I know that water weight is a thing and that fluctuation is a thing. What I'm truly going by are my clothes and how I feel. So, but I do like to weigh myself just because I like to see the numbers change, and I've always been that way. I always will be that way, and I'm not going to fight it. I cannot find my measuring tape for the life of me. So I haven't been able to measure myself, but I mean, I have clothes, I know what size I'm up to and I know how they fit. So, I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm not buying any more clothes. I'm not going to go up another size, but I did. I had to buy a pair of jeans that fit when we went to HOA. So I did have to go out and buy a size 18 jeans, and I have not worn a size 18 in a very, very long time. So that was kind of a bummer. As far as weight, yes, like I said, I have gained a lot of weight. And when I weighed myself last Monday, I was at 215. 215. Yesterday, I was down to 211. So I'm actually down 4 pounds. I know all of that is water, and I cannot tell a difference in my clothes. It's too early. This is actually going longer than what I thought it would, but I just wanted to start this, and hopefully my editing will make this piece together and sound great and look great and all the things. But yeah, so let's just start. Let's just jump in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything. Just start. Pick one thing. I'm reading this book, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, but I will save this for next week. We are reading this book for work. It's written by Gary Keller. That I work for real estate agents. I'm a transaction coordinator, and the agents that I work for are with Keller Williams, and our brokerage is reading this for a book club, and it talks about what is your one thing? What is the one thing that you can be doing or should be doing? And it just kind of teaches you how to weed out all of the other things to get down to your one thing. So what is one thing that you can do right now? It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be super small. And if you do that one thing and make it a habit, it can change your life. That's this book in a nutshell, okay? So is it getting 10,000 steps? Is it cutting out all beverages and just drinking water? What is one thing that you can start right now and build as a habit that will change everything? Okay? So that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today. And we will talk about some of the things that I've learned in this book that are helping me look at how I view my health and my wellness journey. In case I edit this and it's all over the place, just in a nutshell, I've gained 30 pounds. I'm having multiple cycles in 1 month. I'm having inflammation in my legs at night, and I'm doing keto, getting into yoga. I'm down 4 pounds since last week, and I already feel much, much better. Let us know in the comments section, what is your one thing? What is your goal? And how can we help each other? That's all I've got for you guys today. Until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared, and we'll catch you in the next one. God bless you all, and we can do this.